Okay, welcome everybody to another episode of FWA Classics. I'm your host, Hardcore John Atkins, joined as ever by the one, the only, charming Don Charles. And what a contest we've got for you to kick off this week's show. Going back now to 2002, the Frontiers of Honor show, this was the opening matchup of that particular event, which saw the best of the Frontier Wrestling Alliance take on the very best of top US independent promotion, Ring of Honor. And we kick off this week with James Tighe against Ring of Honor's very own Paul London.
Well, what a talent we have making his way to the ring right now, John Atkins. James Tighe, he's the first ever Rookie of the Year from the FWA Academy. He's one of the top trainees to ever come out there. John Atkins, he's against Paul London here tonight.
He certainly is, and Paul London, one of the top young stars making a name for himself on the US independent scene right now. This, I believe, is his first time over in the UK, and he's going to be looking to impress matchmakers across the world.
You've got to know that he came from the Shawn Michaels training camp all the way over there in Texas. He made his debut for Ring of Honor, made a huge impact, and it led him here tonight for Frontiers of Honor for the FWA to take on James Tighe. Again, as I said, John, one of the top we've got to offer here in Britain.
That's right, and here he comes, no doubt about it, two of the top young stars in wrestling today, and these guys really are, in my opinion, the future of this industry.
You've got to know one day these guys, either one of these guys is going to go on to big things, maybe both, especially James Tighe. He's one of the top talents in Britain. You cannot, the sky is the limit for James Tighe. He has potential. In my opinion, all he really needs is just a bit of a vicious edge. He's just a bit too young and fresh in the face.
Okay, Don. Well, hindsight is 20/20, as they say. Looks like both guys very popular with the Bethnal Green crowd here. But you can bet once the tournament gets underway, the crowd at Bethnal Green, 1,000 strong, are going to be firmly behind James Tighe and the rest of the FWA contingent.
Well, certainly Ring of Honor, the foreign legion, as so to speak, here tonight at Frontiers of Honor. Hopefully the FWA fans are going to be behind their FWA boys, John Atkins.
I'm sure they will be, but no doubt about it, they're excited to see the top US stars of today.
And this is what I'm talking about, John Atkins. If James Tighe would ignore things like that and jump someone like Paul London on the bell, hey, he could have won the match by now, theoretically.
Both guys, they've got too much respect for that. Go into a lockup and James Tighe immediately on top there.
Oh, Paul London looks a bit surprised by that exchange, John.
Could well have taken James Tighe lightly. Tighe doesn't enjoy as of yet, the international reputation that someone like London does. No doubt about it, when it comes to pure wrestling, both guys on a very level pegging. Very level.
1 for 1 there, John.
And lock up for a third time. Tighe goes behind. Front waist lock reversed by London. Tighe behind again and again. Very, very fast moving action in the early going of this contest.
Very clever. James Tighe ducked out of the way of the waist lock and basically freed himself from the crutches of Paul London, John.
That's right. Well, I would hazard a guess that maybe both these guys pretty similar in size. Paul London, if anything, the slight strength advantage, and Tighe doing well to avoid the grasp of London.
It shows how much you know, John Atkins. James Tighe has the power advantage here, definitely tonight. The British-born power advantage. Why aren't you being patriotic, John Atkins? What's wrong with you?
There's nobody more patriotic than me, Don Charles. Nobody more patriotic than me. That said, you know, I enjoy both these guys' work, and I'm sure the best man will win the contest.
Shut up, John Atkins. Call the action.
Paul London now backing Tighe into the ropes, trying to power out. London with a nice front face lock. Brought Tighe down to his knees. Tighe with nowhere to go in the centre of the ring.
So, John, basically what you're saying is you're biased towards James Tighe here tonight.
I'm trying to show no bias whatsoever, unlike you, who often seems to take the side quite honestly. Standing moonsault there. Standing shooting star press, I apologise.
Oh, very clever. He caught him the waist lock when he tripped up, John. Well done.
That's right, Tighe lucky not to go down there. Tighe now in control, ducks the clothesline from London, up with a drop kick. London down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We've seen that dropkick from Paul London before, and there it is, the moonsault dropkick, John.
What an impressive display of pure athleticism. He's got the regular, the impact of the dropkick, but times multiplied by a dozen with the added impetus of the moonsault there.
That was maybe a bit arrogant by James Tighe there, using the old man's move against him.
Well, turnabout is fair play. London got his own back in pretty short order, and both guys once again to their feet, looking to lock up. London now slightly more aggressive.
So back to you, your so-called patriotism, John. So is it your political beliefs that stem this way? Are you far left? Do you believe that everybody in England, unless they're British, should be kicked out? Is that what you feel, John Atkins?
I certainly don't feel anything like that, Don Charles. I will say this country may not be perfect, but you can love it or you can leave it.
Well, John Atkins, Paul London seems to be turning it up a notch here.
Tighe goes for the kick, gets caught. And now London for the first time really with the advantage. A lovely moonsault dropkick once again.
He's really, every time James Tighe tries to mount an offense, Paul London's one step ahead.
Nice monkey flip there.
But wait,
London off the top turnbuckle, gets caught by Tighe and pushed to the outside, straight from the top, over the top and into the steel guardrail, about 7 or 8 feet down.
A pronounced vicious streak coming out in James Tighe there, John Atkins. He pushed with no care for the safety of Paul London. He pushed him off that top rope, down to the hard wooden floor, and metal guardrails, John. That's not good.
It certainly isn't. The pain etched across London's face, and Tighe rubbing salt into the wounds, as it were, slamming his inner shoulder down, I believe. Again onto the steel guardrails, whips him back into the ring, and now Tighe, yeah, he's got a bit of an evil glint in his eye, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's good, that's what he needs to show here, Johnson. Let's face it, Paul London is a real talent.
Twisting the shoulder and elbow joint there. Yeah, it's like he spotted London's weakness, and now he's going to work hard to expose it.
He's taking away that arm, John Atkins. He knows that if he can get a submission here tonight, it will put FWA in great standing for the rest of the tournament. Not to mention his stock overseas, John Atkins. James Tighe will become a name overseas if he can pin Paul London.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. London on the outside, Tighe off going for the springboard, gets caught by London. Manages to kick London in that injured arm. Comes off the apron, super kick. Big super kick there from Paul London, and that caught James Tighe off guard. Tighe now on the outside. London on the ring apron.
What's this, John Atkins?
London with a running shooting star press off the ring apron there, and that hurt both men.
Look at the face, the pain etched on Paul London's face, John.
Like a kamikaze warrior there, he sacrificed his own body to injure James Tighe worse.
And our ugly moronic FWA fans chanting on for Paul London, John Atkins.
Well, these guys just enjoying the fantastic contest that the FWA and the Ring of Honor promotions have put on for them tonight. Oh, London back in, rolls him up. One, two.
Yeah, ooh.
Very close there, very close. Tighe escapes the whip in the corner, gets caught coming back. London on the top, comes off. Tighe ducks down, goes behind.
Could be a German, no, roll up, 1, 2, yeah.
Again, London with the second 2 count in as many minutes. Catches Tighe with an enziguri there, but again lands on his injured arm. Goes for the cover, 1, 2, but again couldn't cover properly because of the injured arm. He couldn't hold it down for long enough.
He couldn't pull that leg, push that extra leverage onto the shoulders. He couldn't basically hold down James Tighe because of the arm.
London on the outside now, whips himself in and over.
Beautiful flipping senton flip, 1, 2, and yet
another very close 2 count there for Paul London. Referee there waving his hands across Tighe's face to check he's not concussed.
John, let's talk more about the fact that you're a racist human being.
If there's one thing I'm not, it's racist. I love my country, I love all that it stands for, but I welcome people from all over the world. And anyway, aren't you of slightly Greek origin? London comes off the top there, catches him with the crossbody, Tighe over, Tighe picks him up.
Oh!
Into a bridge, 1, 2, 2 7/8 there, very close.
I tell you what, both these men are putting it all on the line here for you tonight, fans. Frontiers of Honor.
So much at stake for both these men.
Whoa, it could be a
Tighe with a German bridge. 1, 2.
Yes! Oh.
That should have been it. That should have been it. And Tighe knows it should have been it, and he cannot believe it.
Paul London is showing this heart advantage that you keep babbling on about, John Atkins. He won't let himself be pinned.
London desperately trying to break out of this hold from Tighe, but again, the shoulder just too weak. Just too weak. He slammed down 1.
Here we go! Yeah! Oh.
Cover there from Tighe. London able to kick out, but just barely. And the arm now, the left arm of Paul London, so injured he can barely straighten it. Sitting in the corner.
Oh, John Atkins, what a knee!
Big knee from Tighe, goes for a second. And now wrenching on that arm.
Oh, he's not forgetting his earlier game plan here tonight, John.
London rolling to the outside to recuperate. He just needs to get away from Tighe, but Tighe, vicious like a piranha, not giving him any chance to escape.
What's this
Off the
about?
apron.
Pulls up confused. Oh!
Great Scott! Tighe there to the outside with a nice springboard moonsault off the second rope. And London is hurt, and he is hurt badly, and Tighe knows it.
Tighe he's taken Paul London apart here, John Atkins. You must be proud of your boy.
I really am, but he knows he can only win it back in the ring. He has to get London into the centre of the ring, which he does.
1,
Goes for the cover.
2, oh!
But just to cover, still London. He knows he's got the weight of his home promotion, the weight of his country. As you said, it's England against America. He's got the whole of the United States behind him, and he's not going to go down that easily.
You know what I really want to see and go in depth on, John Atkins?
Go ahead.
The fact that you're a racist individual here tonight. Fans, I've uncovered it here tonight. John Atkins is a racist individual here tonight on FWA Classics.
I don't know where you're getting this from, Charles. It's ridiculous, frankly, when we've got such a fantastic athletic contest in front of us, and you're blabbering on with nonsense as Tighe goes down hard. London's on the top. Tighe catches him there with a fist or a forearm maybe to the midsection. And once again attempting the suplex, and Charles, you will be hearing from my lawyers because you are slanderous.
John Atkins, did you know that I'm a lawyer in my spare time? I'll sue you for every penny you've got. But back to the match and back to what you're being paid for.
Paul London with a...
No!
Paul London with his shooting star press there. It was a picture-perfect move. It would have put anyone else away, but Tighe had already gone. Now Tighe picking up London with a Titanic. He gets it. Hits it, and this surely must be it. The Titanic. Got to go for the no! Standing moonsault. 1, 2, 3.
John! James Tighe!
On the 17th of May 2003, Frontiers of Honor allowed the best of the Americans to come over and face their British counterparts here in the FWA. And out of all the phenomenal competition, James Tighe versus Paul London was considered match of the night. Shortly afterwards, both men would go on to Uberton as Paul London would finally get his big contract in America. Meanwhile, James Tighe would have phenomenal victories over the likes of Flash Barker and Jody Fleisch, and he would finally get his FWA heavyweight title shot at British Uprising 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul London versus James Tighe truly defines the meaning of the word classic.
Okay, grapple me dudes, welcome back to FWA Classics. A treat now as we go back to April 03, Portsmouth, Hampshire, for this special contest between Mark 5-star Belton, making his way to the ring now, and Xavier.
Well, John Atkins, this is going to be a stellar contest. Most men have been making waves up and down this country recently. Xavier about to make his way to the ring. He's a great all-round competitor.
No doubt about it, Xavier can do it all. Hasn't necessarily got the look of a world-class athlete. Believe me, he can fight with the best of them, and he can fly with the best of them.
I guess Jack Xavier's main ally is that he's got heart. He keeps kicking out after move. Vicious maneuvers to the head, to the back. He keeps kicking that shoulder up. I guess he's stupid, John Atkins. I guess that's the long and the short.
I think you're right with the first thing you said. He's got a lot of heart and he can take a lot of punishment. Basically, Xavier is able to withstand an awful lot of pain. And believe me, if there's one thing that Mark 5-star Belton can dish out, it's pain. He knows an awful lot of old school wrestling moves. He studied World of Sports, the greats like Johnny Kidd, Johnny Saint even, and he knows an awful lot of technical wrestling. And if Xavier's not careful, he's going to get caught off guard.
He will that, John Atkins. They go for a lock-up.
Mark 5-star Belton, of course, relatively new to the FWA.
He's looking to impress here tonight. That's all it is, John Atkins. With a win over Jack Xavier, he knows he'll get a solid position in that All-England ranking spot.
Well, exactly. Jack Xavier's a perennial contender for the All-England belt, and indeed a victory over him would certainly catapult Belton up the ratings at this early stage. Belton there with a nice wrist lock. Reversed by Xavier. Belton rolls over, goes for the bridge, flips through.
Whoa! Very nice technical wrestling here tonight, John Atkins.
Indeed, shades of World of Sport, as I mentioned earlier. And that's an advantage that Belton has over many of his competitors today.
No, it's that looks like an S. Maybe it's a sport, World of Sport. There you go.
Quite possibly. Indeed, as I said, many of today's wrestlers, particularly here in the FWA, they look up to their independent stars, their US people, their Ring of Honors, their NWA, TNAs, whatever. They look up to the athletic people. But Mark Belton has found his niche with the old guys, the World of Sport. And he's learnt that a headlock, a simple headlock or a wrist lock or an armbar is every bit as effective as a spinning corkscrew moonsault.
Certainly, and sometimes more so. When you've got a guy stretched out on that mat, centimetres matter due to the amount of pain that you put on that person, John Atkins. It could be the difference of winning a match, how you lock on a submission hold.
No doubt about it. But let's not count down Jack Xavier. He's got a great technical base as well. And indeed is incredibly athletic. Both guys down, both guys kip up. And yeah.
Jack Xavier got tripped up there. He was caught off guard by Mark 5-star Belton. That's what it is about Belton. He's one step ahead of you every single move he makes.
Well, at this stage in the contest, both men trying to get the measure of the other. Both guys, I think, have earned the other's respect, and indeed the respect of the FWA fans here at Portsmouth.
Belton ready. Xavier may be feeling out Belton a bit of a psychological advantage there, John Atkins. A bit of mind games, making him wait for it.
Belton wrenching on the headlock. Xavier again trying to power out. He's right in the centre of the ring. It's going to take quite an effort to break the hold. Forces Belton off the ropes.
Realises momentum will do it instead of power.
Catches Belton, goes for the power slam.
There's the power, John.
Covered, just a 2 count. It's going to take a lot more than that to put Belton away. What a great matchup we're seeing here on FWA Classics this week.
You've got to know that these two want to impress. Whips, reverse.
Oh my goodness, nice flying head scissors there. Sends Xavier to the outside. And again, Belton, as I said, he's got a great grounding in World of Sport, but he can do the high flying stuff as well.
He's looking for the SIE moonsault.
Comes off the apron and gets caught. Head first into the mat there. That's not going to do him any favours. Xavier picks him up and hits him face first into the steel guardrail.
A serrated viciousness edge shown by Jack Xavier here. Now he realises he's got to step it up to get it up gear.
Well, I'm impressed by the aggressiveness that Xavier's showing there. I have to say, I wasn't expecting it from him in this sort of contest.
1, 2, and this should be...
Cover there from Xavier. Only gets the 2 count. Belton's still able to count out. But frankly, after getting thrown face first into steel guardrails, I'm surprised Belton's got any teeth left in his mouth. Couple of chops there from Xavier.
Belton looks like he's playing possum here, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said it,
Belton now firing back with some chops of his own. Flips Xavier over and a big kick to the lower spine. Small of the back there.
That was a soccer kick, John Atkins. 2.
Just a 2 count there from Belton. You're right, it was a soccer kick, and that could have taken the wind out of Xavier for the rest of the contest. Xavier back up now, gets whipped off the ropes. Reverses.
Oh, John!
Big move there from Jack Xavier. Takes Belton down, and that's leveled the score somewhat in this contest. Goes for the cover.
1, 2, and yeah!
Just a 2 count there from Xavier.
Both men are tired and showing the weary strain from this contest, John.
Both men now exchanging blows in the centre of the ring. Neither looking too stable on their feet.
Oh, there's nothing behind those blows, John. They're just trying to
There
get
was
it
something
apart.
behind that kick, though, from Belton, and now Xavier lands hard.
He could be out here, John, if Belton can make that cover.
Xavier lands hard. Belton flips him over.
1,
Cover.
2.
2. Just a 2 count. Again, Xavier showing the fortitude, the resilience that he's famous for. Belton's going to have to work harder than that to put him away.
That kick would have knocked any normal man completely out, John Atkins. That was just vicious.
Xavier comes out of the corner,
Oh!
gets caught with a bridge suplex.
2,
2.
3.
Oh, just the 2 count there. Referee Steve Linsky in a great position. And this match continues.
John, it looks like these two can't do any more to put each other down right now.
Oh, these guys have got plenty more tricks up their sleeve, believe you me.
Oh!
Belton comes into the corner. Catches Xavier with a splash. That's going to knock the wind out of him in a hurry. Xavier catches himself, comes off for a moonsault.
Oh!
Comes off for a moonsault, no one there. But catches Belton on the rebound with a big enziguri kick. And now Belton's down, and Xavier's also down, and the referee now counting to 10.
Both men are down. Did you see Xavier pop up from that moonsault, John Atkins?
Certainly did. He hit nothing but mat there. Must have been disorientated. Still had the presence of mind, the wits about him to get up and just plant his boot square in the back of Belton's skull.
Missing.
Belton first up. But Xavier in control here.
Here it is, John! The expert.
No, it's reversed. Reversed by Belton. No! Xavier goes for it.
Hits it,
He
John!
hits it, the X-Plex. Cover. 1, 2, 3.
John, Jack Xavier!
Big win there for Jack Xavier over the youngster Mark 5-star Belton. Wow, an impressive victory there for Jack Xavier, and the fans certainly pleased with the result of the outcome. But let's not sell Mark 5-star Belton short. He gave everything he had to this contest, and FWA matchmakers and officials are bound to have been impressed.
Definitely, it's got to do him no end of good to be facing Jack Xavier to the start. But let's talk about Jack Xavier now. He's one step closer to getting another shot at the All England Championship.
Great display here of sportsmanship between the two guys. From bell to bell, it's all business. But at the end of the day, these men are friends, and they've got an awful lot of respect for each other. FWA Classics Facts of the Week. In the year 2003, Jack Xavier enjoyed victories over Homicide, Easy Money, Johnny Storm, Mikey Whipwreck, Mark Belton, Raj Ghosh, James Tighe, Zebra Kid, the Duke of Danger, and Eamon Shrahan. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to FWA Classics. It's time now for our main event, an FWA hardcore matchup between the tag team champions, the Shining Light Stevie Knight and the Show Stealer Alex Shane. And here they are now, the former champions, the family, led by Greg the Truth Lambert.
Greg the Truth Lambert visibly upset since he's lost what's so precious to him to these two morons, John Atkins, the FWA Tag Team Gold. They cheated to win, mind you.
Certainly didn't cheat to win, they won it just days ago, earlier in the week here. But now already, being the fighting champions that they are, they're putting the belt on the line again against former champs, the family.
Well, no, they're not fighting champions. Actually, they're whipped. What it is Greg Lambert is that great a manager, John Atkins, that he managed to get a return clause in the contract signed right here tonight in Bolton on the FWA.
Well, if that's the case, then I applaud him. He's a great business manager, but frankly, he's got no business being outside at ringside.
What are you talking about? It's his job to be there, John Atkins. How do you... Excuse me, I'm a manager. I know about these things. All you do is sit here and whine and wail on. That's what your job is, John Atkins.
Well, frankly, if you ask me, the job of a manager should be to sort out the paperwork, to book the matches, to make sure the team turns up to the venue, to ensure that they keep fit, that they maintain their training regimen. It doesn't include coming out to ringside and interfering in tag team title bouts.
Why not?
Because it's against the rules.
No, it's against the rules only if you get caught, John Atkins, and that is fair.
I guess some of us just have different codes of ethics to the rest of us.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're a wonderful team, John.
Wonderful team maybe, but the tag team champions, they're not. And look, we see the family here represented tonight by Raj Ghosh and the righteous Paul Gravel.
Oh, and what smarts by the family, John. You've got to give it to them.
Well, they certainly managed to get the better of Stevie Knight and Alex Shane. Whip to the middle, do, and Shane and Knight on top once more. And Shane and Knight already, they've only had a few matches together. They haven't been teaming together long, but they've got the chemistry of a world-class tag match. You can just spot it sometimes.
You know what, they may well do, but hey, what about chemistry in the family? Both of them realising they've got to duck out and get out of town.
Well, referee Camp Youngie seems to be having a word with the family, trying to get this matchup under control.
What?
Yeah, I think he's sending Greg Lambert back.
The show stealer putting his 2 pence in. What? This guy's such a whiner and a complainer, John Atkins.
No, I think he's got a point. After everything I was just saying, it seems like I've been vindicated.
No, you're wrong. He's cheating. This is unfair. They need their...
He's not cheating at all. If he was cheating, it wouldn't be 3-on-2, would it? He's simply levelling the scores. It's a 2-on-2 matchup. Greg Lambert has got no business being out there, as I said. He should go to the back and take care of the take care of the
No,
paperwork.
John Atkins, Greg Lambert's not a fighter, mate. He's a lover. Listen, Greg Lambert's not a fighter. The referee should understand that. There's no problem with Greg Lambert. This is unfair, John.
This is a great move there by the referee, and finally this tag matchup is going to be able to get underway.
We've got to take a break, fans. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, wrestle fans, to the main event here on FWA Classics, a tag team title matchup between the champs Alex Shane and Stevie Knight and the family. Here represented by Paul Gravel in the ring at the moment and Raj Ghosh. And as we saw just before the break, their manager, Greg the Truth Lambert, was sent to the back so that this match could continue free of his interference.
It was a colossally bad decision by referee Richard Young, John Atkins.
Frankly, I applaud the man, and I really admire him for sticking to his guns and sending Lambert to the back. He had no business out here, and this matchup is getting underway now with Shane on top of Paul Gravel.
And already Greg Lambert not being there is showing effect. The show stealer just hit the check up from the neck up, and now he's cheating, John. He's got him in that corner.
You're right, well, it is going to affect the family negatively, but frankly, they should plan ahead for this kind of eventuality. You see the family now, they're on a bit of a downer. They're upset, they've been thrown off guard. And Shane and Knight wrestling with the confidence of new tag team champions. Shane looking for the one-night stand by the looks of things early on in this matchup.
He got caught Gravel off guard, and that's not fair, John, because
Gravel able to power out, gets the tag.
Thank you,
Ghost
Lord.
comes in over the top and gets caught with a big boot to the face. Shane's got the family running. Tags in his partner Stevie Knight. Stevie Knight very keen indeed to get his hands on Raj Ghosh.
This is not... Look, where's Greg Lambert to tell the referee to get him out of the corner here, John Atkins? This isn't fair. It's cheating. That's what it is. They need a manager. That's why they hired one, and they're not being allowed. It's the show stealer. He's got unprofessional and rude and disgraceful sway backstage. That's all it is.
You're clutching at straws if you believe that. You're clutching at straws. Shane and Knight, two of the best wrestlers in the company at the moment, and indeed the best tag team, as proven by the back. Spinebuster there from Travell. Spinebuster from Travell, who shouldn't have been in the ring. He had no business being there.
You were wrong, John Atkins. Raj Ghost made a blind tag when Stevie Knight whipped him off the ropes, and Paul Travell's making Stevie Knight pay for it now.
Well, indeed, the family, they've still got great tag team smarts, no doubt about it. And now Travell having his way with Stevie Knight in the corner. Knight looking to power out with a couple of kicks of his own. Not too much force behind them, he's had the wind knocked out of him.
Makes the tag, and now Raj Ghost, one of the most true professionals you'll see, came out of the FWA Academy here, John.
Yep, and the family are cutting off the ring. They're trapping Stevie Knight in the corner where he doesn't want to be. Stevie Knight, as you look at him, is desperate to get the tag.
Yeah, that's it, baby. See, this is great psychological games. As he said, they've cut the ring in half. They want to wind up the show stealer. So he comes at 1, 2.
2 count there. Frustration showing on Ghost, and you're right, he hasn't got the calming influence of Greg Lambert. If Lambert provides anything to the family, it's a calming influence. Tag there now.
Here we
coming
go,
in.
Fisherman's Buster suplex.
Cover.
2. We almost had new tag team champs.
Very nearly, very nearly.
And Travell arguing, the count was slightly slow. I can see that now in retrospect.
Oh, there was nothing wrong with that count, and you know it. Shane and Knight, the tag team champions already. No chance to celebrate with the belts. Putting it on the line once again. And look at Shane, desperate for the tag. Travell doing a great job there, just cutting Stevie Knight off from his partner.
You have to cut that ring in half, and Travell knows that. He's a great tag team wrestler. Oh!
Knight back to his feet. Travell sensed it and fell back into Shane, knocking him off the corner. Shane furious, trying to bust his way back into the ring, past the referee. And while he's doing that, just playing into the family's hands, they're double teaming Stevie Knight.
No, they're not, John Atkins. They were playing leverage into their own advantage. It's fine.
You saw it like I did. You saw it as I did. They were double teaming.
No, all I saw was great tag team wrestling and a 2 count.
2 count there from Raj Ghost.
We need new tag team champions.
We've got new tag champs. These guys have only been champs for about 3 days.
No, I don't like the look of them, John. They're not good for the tag belts. The image of the tag belts. I think that the family are a better looking team for it, personally. You know?
Well, I don't agree with that one bit. Stevie Knight's a very personable tag champ, and I know this belt means the world to him.
Steve Knight's a moron, and the show stealers are whining get. And now he's
Look at this, the family go for the double team and get caught this time.
No, it's the show stealer was whining at the referee and he made the ref turn around. That's what it was.
Now Travell gets the tag in, goes to the top. Raj with a suplex. Travell comes off.
Oh, missing the leg drop, John.
Missing the leg drop, and finally Stevie Knight with a chance to get a tag. In comes the show stealer, and he hits Travell with a clothesline. Gets Ghost with 1-2. Travell now gets slammed. Ghost comes out of the corner. Big scoop slam there from the show stealer. He's a house on fire, and these two, a meeting of the minds there. Ghost and Travell clash heads in the center of the ring.
He's going. No, it could be the one knot, and there it is, John Atkins.
If he hits it, it's over.
There's the brains. There's the smarts, John.
That's just dangerous. He poked him in the eye.
I'll poke you in the eye if you don't get back to this hot action, John Atkins.
Don't you dare. The family come off. Ghost gets caught by Knight, and Shane, with the presence of mind, flips Travell to the outside, and in the blink of an eye, which nearly got poked out, this match gets turned around.
Blatant cheating from Stevie Knight. That's unfair play. He was caught off guard. How can you go on about how great a competitor he is?
How was that cheating? The family were double teaming.
No, they were being good tag team wrestlers. Let's face it, all the great tag team moves are with 2 people, John Atkins.
They were both in the ring at the same time.
This is breaking all down here for you fans.
It really is. It's a hardcore match. It means there's no count out and weapons illegal, and this match looks to be heading to the back. fans, welcome back to this incredible main event. It's a hardcore contest for the FWA Tag Team belts, and during the break, these guys have been fighting throughout the Bolton, the Horwich Leisure Centre, and Shane has picked up a bin full of plunder.
What? And once again, we're witness to the show stealer not being able to get it done himself, so he's using weapons, Don Atkins.
It's a hardcore matchup. Weapons illegal.
They may be legal, but they're not fair. What kind of man goes in there and hits another man with a weapon? That's cowardice. That's all that is. Like you, John.
Travell now scrambling to get out of Shane's way. Shane looks to have picked up. Is that a baking tray or something?
It looks something metal, and Travell did not like the taste of that on his head.
He didn't. I think he might have been busted open. Shane now picks up. Is that the rounder's bat? The rounder's bat. No, he's got the steel rubbish bin.
Travell is not in good shape, John.
Travell seeking refuge by the timekeeper's table, doesn't find any, and gets hit with the rounder's bat to the garbage bin. The rubbish bin, I apologise, we're not in America now. And this match has taken a turn for the ugly.
Oh! John, how can you condone this violence from the show stealer? This is about wrestling. This is about wrestling holds. This is not about killing your opponent, John.
Well, I certainly don't enjoy violence, but when it comes to a team like the Family, sometimes you have to take those measures. They knew what they were getting into when they signed up for a hardcore matchup. And this is exactly what they can expect.
Maybe it's the only way they could get their shot. Maybe the show stealer would only sign hardcore matches. Let's face it, he knows that he can't beat the Family one-on-one in there.
Well, if you really believe that, then maybe Greg the Truth Lambert isn't the manager that you think he is.
Oh!
Shane now the bottle.
Well, a plastic bottle nonetheless, John Atkins.
And where's Stevie Knight and Raj Ghost? They're fighting elsewhere in the building.
Oh!
Shane knocks Travell into the brick wall.
Oh, what's this? No, not on the outside, no!
Looks like he was going for a slam, gets caught head first, the back of the skull, bouncing into the hard brick wall of the Horwich Leisure Centre.
A dazed look on the show stealer's face.
That was disturbing. I saw the eyes roll to the back of his head. Did you see that?
Look
and now
at
Travell.
The crazed look on Travell's face. This guy needs to be locked away.
Travell has spotted the ladder.
This can't be good. Wow, this can only spell bad things for both these teams. I can't condone Travell doing this, John.
Travell climbing up to the top of the ladder.
Did it?
Gets caught by Shane. Gets caught by Shane and a knee to the groin there.
That was a blatant low blow. The referee was right there.
Travell catches himself. Hits Shane in the head with a kick. Comes off the top.
No!
Gets the flying head just as he was looking for. And Shane landing hard on the cold wooden floor.
That could have been on the head. That could have been a Hurricane Rana, John. He hit him. It looks like he hit him straight on the head. The show stealer's laid out.
Travell has to get something at this stage. Here comes Knight back into the corner, back into the arena. And he's got Ghost. And he's found some weapons as well.
We have to apologise, fans. Sometimes it's hard for our cameras to keep all this action on screen for you. Stevie Knight, though, looks like he's got Rod's Ghost in a bad part of town.
Well, you've got four men wrestling all over Bolton. They're fighting all over the place. They've got weapons. They've got...
What is... John... Oh!
My goodness, a broom to a baking tray to the unmentionables of Raja Ghost.
Raj Ghost is not in good shape, and you know, I know this is a hardcore match, but is it really needed, John? I'm sure referee Camp Youngie could have got in there and said to Stevie Knight, listen, I know this is for the tag belt, there's no need to affect a man's ability to
Knight
have
gets
children.
caught coming off the top by Travell, lands hard on the outside, and the Family with a momentary advantage in this hardcore matchup.
Took a nasty spill there, John. Stevie, oh, look at the look.
Yeah, Stevie Knight's in a lot of pain. And what about Alex Shane? What about him? He took a hard knock to the floor, only now finding his way back to the ring.
See, Greg Lambert would have told them not to do that if he was there. The referee gets caught.
Shane catches Travell coming off the top. Travell with a kick. Shane reverses, ducks the clothesline, picks him up, and here it is. One night stand. Shane now goes for the cover. 2, 3. referee!
No, there's no referee! There's no referee, John!
Referee got knocked down by Shane pushing Raj Ghosh off the top. Ghosh, Knight, referee Campioni, they're all on the outside, they're all out cold.
Greg Lambert needs to... Greg Lambert, baby, Greg Lambert!
Greg Lambert's back. Where did that weasel come from? He just handed Ravel the belt.
Oh!
Belt to the skull of Shane. Cover, 1. No, the referee just in position. 2.
3, no!
No, Shane kicked out. Shane kicked out. Thank goodness for that. Lambert had no business being out here. He had no business giving Ravel the belt.
John Atkins, of course he has business.
He was sent to the back. He was sent to the back, and now Shane rolling to the outside. He just took a nasty shot with the tag team belt there. Knight in the centre of the ring. Ravel arguing with the referee.
That was a 3 count. The referee is
Stevie
lazy.
Knight rolls up Ravel.
No,
1, 2, 3. Fantastic. A big win there for the tag team champions, Stevie Knight and the show stealer Alex Shane, holding on to the FWA Tag Team Championship belt. What great champions they are, and what a great matchup this was.
I cannot believe it, John Atkins. They got screwed out those belts here tonight.
Stevie Knight's in a lot of pain. Alex Shane somewhat the worse for wear, but these guys just happy that they're still tag team champions.
Well, John Atkins, that's so unprofessional. He's gloating over his win.
Do you have any more excuses you want to make for us, Don Charles? That was a great win there for the show stealer and Stevie Knight. They overcame the odds and they retained their tag team championship belts.
No, fans, they cheated, whined and complained to the belts. That's all it was. And these poor guys, the family, have been screwed out of their rightful ownership of those belts.
Well, we're pretty much out of time, Don Charles. We're going to have to agree to disagree. Fans, we hope you've had a great time this week. We'll see you very soon for more FWA Classics.